Whitney.
I'm Haley.
And today we are doing a video on
Whitney's position. So kind of what being a CEO entails, challenges,
Sure.
rewards. So I'll basically be interviewing.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so Whitney, what do you do?
Do you know, a lot of times I feel like I'm just kind of support to every position. Like, I know I manage and, you know, make sure that, like, keep a close eye on the budget and projects and make sure that we've got the projects that we need to be able to, you know, continue to stay open and work and progress and, all that. But a lot of it is support. And that's, I think, one of the things I like about being the CEO, because it's like I kind of just get to do like all the positions, which is nice. It was very hard for me to give up like the lab, and it was hard for me before that to kind of give up the administrative stuff, like the scheduling and those sorts of things, just because it's scary to like kind of move into like a management role, and I've never loved management, and I never felt like I was great at it. So thank you, I appreciate that. But yeah, that was always very intimidating to me. So, but now it's like you know, more that management, and then it's, you know, recognizing, okay, John's traveling, or, you know, Brooke's got this going on, or whoever, and then just being that support for those positions, and I like that, because then it's like kind of always different.
And you know, like, what everything is happening.
Sure.
And, that's nice.
So,
what is the greatest challenge?
I think it was stepping up to that management position, because it's, you know, for a long time it was just John and me. And in the very beginning, I only did administrative stuff. And then he kind of pulled me out into the lab. And I started doing a lot of lab stuff. But it was really kind of stepping up and becoming more of a manager, and being more of a face, and talking to our clients more. And presenting, and kind of all of those things, right? Just kind of all of those things that a CEO kind of needs to do, or at least in our business, what we've decided that I need to be involved with and do. So I think it was that E-Myth book. It talks about, like, you know, you're a technician initially, and then there's manager. There's all these different positions, but I think it's stepping out of those more doing roles and stepping into more of an overseeing role. Because I'm a doer. Like, I like feeling like I'm contributing and those sorts of things. But I mean, somebody does have to keep an eye on all of that and make sure things are getting done and happening. So.
And that's kind of hard. It's not as tangible.
It's not. And I don't necessarily feel like you're, because like I said, a lot of it is just support, you know, support on sales with Jonathan. Like, he and I will get on and tag team with our clients, or, you know, helping to close that deal, or doing the paperwork, or, you know, interviewing new employees, or writing proposals. So I'm kind of in pieces of a lot of things, but there's not a lot of things that I am necessarily doing to completion now. It's just managing. And I think you're right. I think it's that kind of tangible aspect. Like, it used to be like, oh, I just did, you know, 8 sets of abrasion. Like, I freaking, you know, brought in X amount of dollars to the company, which was awesome to, like, see that, okay, I am directly contributing to the company's bottom line. And I love that feeling.
That's a challenge for me.
I do that to a point now, but I mean, mostly it's, you know, it's that management, it's that support, it's little pieces. Sometimes I'm cleaning while mixing's going on, or sometimes I'm doing mixes or breaking, but it's not a steady, tangible, this is my job. It's just kind of, you know, management and a little bit of everything, and making sure that things are taken care of. So
what's your greatest reward of being CEO?
I think being able to see that I can step in and be a manager, and
you're good at it.
I appreciate it.
You are.
I feel like you have to say that.
No.
But no, it's being able to. I've gotten a lot more confident with it, and have kind of, you know, let it become my own version of, I guess, what I wanted it to be. I'm not as intimidated by it anymore, and I've always been like a people pleaser, so like bugging people about getting things done. You know, and now it's just like, okay, well, somebody's got to do it.
I feel like it's helped you grow a lot. Like, I obviously didn't know you before, but I could see that progression where, like, having more of a
more assertive, and absolutely.
And you have to not be scared to, like,
call people on it. Well, where are we at with this? I need this done. Where is it? Why isn't it done? So I think that's been a reward. And then being able to also, you know, when I was doing a lot of that technician and the scheduling and that sort of stuff, I wasn't able to kind of see the business more holistically and how it's growing, and I'm keeping a lot closer eye on that sort of stuff and looking further out. So, I mean, it's the reward of seeing the successes and the progression of where we're going, but then also just, you know, if there's a hiccup, like if we lost a big project a couple of months ago, and John and I talked immediately and came up with a game plan. So taking the time to do that, because somebody has to, taking the time to do that and then problem solve from there and figure out the best approach has been awesome.
Yeah.
So.
That is awesome. Okay, last question.
Okay.
Do you have any advice or tips for either someone who is a CEO, wants to be a CEO? I mean,
I feel like I'm pretty new at it, so I don't know if like tips are. I guess maybe for new ones though, it's you've got to, especially for people who are starting their own company. For a very long time, I liked being that technician. I liked being the one doing the work. I liked, or being the manager, just making sure, I guess, that little pieces were done. But I think to truly, like, at least for our company, to truly like be that CEO, it was being okay with taking that step back, and embracing that, handing over the reins of the schedule. I mean, because for years, like, I did the schedule, and that was an incredibly hard thing for me to take. And then technician, you know, Brooke was the first like decent technician that we ever had, and so I always had to be that support. And so handing that up to her, I remember when Jonathan and we had a conversation of that, and he's like, you really need to start being the CEO. And I was like, I don't know how to do that. Like, I've never had to be the CEO. Like, what do you do with that? And that was terrifying.
Yeah.
And he was like, what a great problem for us to have.
It's
that
true.
We're in a place that we've got people who can work on the social media and manage that, who can run the lab, who can do scheduling. He's like, is that really where your time is best spent? And I think it was, I don't know, having kind of that coming to Jesus with yourself of, you know, what is the best use of my time? And that's something that our business manager is constantly asking, like, what's the best use of your time? Is it really sitting in front of a whiteboard or sitting in front of the computer and Tetrising the schedule? Because that's what I started calling it. You know, and or is it in the lab doing breaks? And there's times when I'll go and I'll crank out a bunch of lab work. And like I said, I love contributing to the bottom line, but it's like, if there's other people to do that, you know, I'm better suited, like managing and making sure, okay, that stuff got taken care of. Where are we at with this? It's being able to kind of see all of the projects and where we're at with them and what support needs to be done and that sort of stuff.
So. I can imagine that being hard, but
it was incredibly difficult. I feel like I'm getting there.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Whitney.
You're welcome.
That was awesome.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Have a great day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ding that bell for notifications.
Go Conquer!
Beat asphalt.